Have you ever wondered what it means to maintain your integrity, even in the face of unimaginable hardship? Let's delve into the story of Job, a tale that takes us to the heart of such questions. In the second chapter of the book of Job, a celestial meeting unfolds. The Almighty and Satan find themselves in dialogue. God, in his infinite wisdom, points to Job, a man of unwavering integrity. Despite Satan's previous attempts to sway him, Job has not cursed God. He stands firm, his faith unbroken, his integrity untarnished. This is an extraordinary testament to the human spirit, to the power of faith and the strength of our moral compass. Job's story teaches us about perseverance, about the importance of holding on to our beliefs no matter the adversity we face. Yet Satan remains unconvinced, proposing a new test for Job. What if the worst that life has to offer was thrown at you? Would your faith hold strong? Let's delve into the second chapter of the book of Job, where we find Satan issuing a challenge to God. Satan asserts that Job, a man of integrity and unwavering faith, will surely curse God if his physical health is taken away. It's a startling proposition, one that brings into focus the severity of physical suffering. Imagine, if you will, a life filled with painful sores, a body afflicted, a spirit tested. This is the challenge Satan presents, a challenge of suffering. God, in his infinite wisdom, permits Satan to afflict Job. But there's a caveat. Satan may bring physical torment upon Job, but he is strictly forbidden from taking Job's life. It's a test of faith, a trial by fire. Yet, is it not through trials that our faith is truly tested? Is it not through adversity that we learn the depth of our resilience, the strength of our spirit, the true measure of our faith? As we navigate this narrative, we're confronted with the theme of physical suffering. It's a theme that resonates with us, for who among us has not known pain? Who among us has not been tested by life's trials? Yet, it's not the suffering that defines us, but how we respond to it. Do we buckle under the weight of our afflictions, or do we hold steadfast in our faith, remembering that our pain is but a temporary state, a fleeting moment in the grand tapestry of our existence? Job is about to enter a period of intense physical torment. His body will be racked with pain, his spirit will be tested. Yet his faith remains unshaken, his integrity unmarred. In the face of overwhelming suffering, Job stands firm, a testament to the power of faith, the strength of the human spirit. And so Job's physical torment begins. In the face of the most excruciating pain, how would you respond? Picture this. Job, a man of immense wealth, influence and integrity, reduced to a pitiful state of physical affliction. After Satan's challenge, Job was afflicted with painful sores from the soles of his feet to the crown of his head. He took a piece of broken pottery and scraped himself with it as he sat among the ashes. Here is a man who had everything, and then, in a blink of an eye, had nothing. His wealth, his children, his health, all stripped away. Yet, in the midst of this unimaginable suffering, his spirit remained unbroken. He did not curse God, nor did he resign himself to despair. Instead, he chose to sit in the ashes, the symbol of mourning and repentance, scraping his sores with a shard of pottery. What's striking about this scene is not just the extent of Job's suffering, but his response to it. He does not lash out in anger or blame God for his misfortunes. He does not ask, "Why me?" Instead, he accepts his fate with a stoic resignation that is both humbling and awe-inspiring. In the face of adversity, Job teaches us a profound lesson. He shows us that it's not the trials we face that define us, but how we respond to them. He chose humility over pride, acceptance over resentment. He scraped his sores, not in self-pity, but as a poignant act of humility, a physical manifestation of his inner state of surrender. And through it all, his faith remained steadfast. He may have been sitting in the ashes, but his spirit was far from defeated. He understood that life is a tapestry of good times and bad, of joy and sorrow, and he chose to accept it all with grace and faith. Here is a man who, even in the face of the most unimaginable suffering, clung to his faith with unshakable resolve. Even in agony, Job refuses to renounce his faith. When those closest to you doubt your faith, how would you react? It's a question that many of us have pondered. Today we delve into a scene that encapsulates this very sentiment. Consider Job, a man of immense piety, who found himself at the heart of a cosmic wager. In the midst of his suffering, his wife, the person closest to him, urges, "Are you still holding on to your integrity? Curse God and die." Job 2:9, as it is written in the New International Version of the Bible. Imagine the emotions that must have coursed through Job at that moment. The person he loved, the person who shared his life, was suggesting he abandon his faith, curse his Creator, and relinquish his life. The temptation was not from a stranger or an adversary, but from a loved one. This is a profound depiction of doubt and temptation, a test of faith that is as bitter as it is poignant. Yet what makes this scene truly remarkable is Job's response. He could have succumbed to the pain, he could have given in to the bitter advice, but he chose not to. He chose to stay true to his faith, to his conviction. This is not a simple act of stubbornness, but a testament to his deep and unwavering faith. In the face of immense suffering and doubt, Job remains steadfast. His resolve does not waver, not even when the person closest to him suggests he abandon his faith. This is the essence of true faith, isn't it? An unyielding commitment to one's beliefs, even in the face of the harshest trials. The scene presents a powerful lesson about faith and integrity. When our faith is tested, when those around us express doubt, we are presented with a choice. We can either succumb to the pressure and abandon our beliefs, or we can stand firm, remain true to our faith, and weather the storm. Yet Job remains steadfast, refusing to blame God for his suffering. This, my friends, is the strength of faith, the power of belief, and the true meaning of integrity. In your darkest hour, would you still choose righteousness over despair? This question is central to understanding the true meaning of integrity, and it's beautifully answered in the book of Job, chapter 2, verse 10. Here, Job faces his wife, who is understandably frustrated and distraught. She suggests that Job should curse God and die, but Job rebukes her. He says, "You are talking like a foolish woman. Shall we accept good from God and not trouble?" These words are remarkable. They reveal a man who, despite the unimaginable suffering he is enduring, refuses to lose his faith. He chooses not to curse God, not to blame him for his trials and tribulations. Instead, Job accepts both good and bad from God, understanding that life is a complex tapestry of joy and sorrow, blessings and hardships. Job's unwavering faith in the face of adversity is a testament to his extraordinary integrity. He doesn't view his suffering as a punishment from God, but rather as a part of his journey. He chooses to remain steadfast and faithful even when everything around him is falling apart. His integrity isn't about being perfect, but about being honest with himself about his situation. It's about understanding that life's challenges are not always a reflection of our worthiness or our failures. Sometimes they are simply a part of our journey, a part of the human experience. In this verse, Job teaches us that integrity is about holding on to our faith and our principles, even when the world around us seems to be crumbling. It's about staying true to ourselves and our beliefs, even when it would be easier to give in to despair. Job's story is a powerful reminder that our integrity is not defined by our circumstances, but by how we respond to them. It's about choosing righteousness over despair, faith over doubt, and acceptance over blame. In the face of unimaginable hardship, Job's faith remains unbroken, a testament to his extraordinary integrity. In times of sorrow, do we not all seek the comfort of friendship? In the story of Job, it's no different. As we delve into Job chapter 2, verses 11 through 13, we find his three friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, coming from afar. They had heard of his plight, and they came not with judgments or quick fixes, but with the simple intention to mourn with him and to comfort him. This is a powerful testament to the role of community and friendship in our lives, especially when we face adversity. When our world seems to be falling apart, it's the presence of those dear to us, their empathy, their silent understanding that often provides the solace we need. It's a reminder of our shared humanity, of the love that binds us together, and it can be a beacon of hope, even in the darkest times, reaffirming our faith. In the silence shared with his friends, Job finds a moment of peace amidst his suffering.